fucking solar flare? I haven't been listening to Mr. MB 333 or whatever his fucking name is lately, and he goes over those things. I've been listening to that Ryan Paul Y'all or whatever his name is, the meteorologist guy.
Hello, we are back.
Hi.
Yeah, for those of you who do not know, we experienced a little bit of a technological difficulty, so we're going to start the show all over again. Hello and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred today in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things that we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The source of this
Thursday.
The source of this information comes from the Smart Device application.
Yep.
Calendar. Well, historical calendar.
Oh, okay. I didn't put it in, so you guys get to it. But can I just say Thursday?
Well, we will in a second here. What's your source?
My source was Today in History, I believe. Hang on, let me just double check. Yeah, today's Today in History.
And the website
.com.
For links to those sources, the music you're hearing, and anything else potentially interesting that we gather throughout the show, check the box below. I am once again joined by
the lovely Who is Alice.
Senor Locke de la Cruz, Santa Ana, and Hernan Cortez, Alejandro, Razor, Ramon, Diesel.
What the? Jesus! Okay, so now you're just throwing in WWE.
Yeah.
That's cheating, man.
Anyway, on with the show.
Today is Thursday, aka Thursday, February 3rd, 2022.
That is correct. We are starting off with, in the year 1377, a mass execution of the population of Cesena, Italy, occurred between 2,500 and 5,000 people were murdered by Breton troops of Giovanni Acuto under the command of Robert, Cardinal of Geneva, acting as a legate of Pope Gregory XI.
Jesus Christ! Like I said this before, but my God, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot to put in.
It is.
To take in. I'm sorry, to put in, take in.
That's what she said.
Oh, ooh. You say funny jokes. So, we're going to move up from 1377 to 1451. We have the Sultan Mehmed II. Conqueror. He was a conqueror, and he inherited the throne of the Ottoman Empire.
Nice.
You know, like, I do love a good leg rest.
Yeah.
Everybody does.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry for those. Like, come on, man. You gotta take a joke when there's a joke.
Actually,
available,
you know what? If
right?
anybody's gonna get offended, I'd say it'd probably be the SJWs on behalf of the paraplegic people. So,
oh yeah, because they can't put their legs up.
Well, they can, but they can't feel how comfortable it is.
Well, what about those that don't have their legs?
That's even worse.
Yep. Anyways,
well,
hey, Sohan, let's go to 1488 here. Let's move on up.
Yeah, in 1488, Bartolomeo Diaz discovered Mosi Bile Agro dos Fanquinoirs.
Dude, where is Two Poppy and Spike when we need them?
Yeah. By the way, is it just me, or does it sound like he's talking through sandpaper?
You kind of were talking a little through sandpaper, but like, if you can hear me, it was Bartolomeo Diaz discovered the muzzle baya, the Angra dos Vigreos.
Let me look that up.
I could be wrong.
What is that anyway?
Yeah, you know, we could just Google search like what it's properly called, like, or if my dad is watching, Dad, there is a live chat that you can actually type into there, and you could say it for us.
Yeah. Moving on up to 1509, the Battle of Diu, a naval battle at the port of Diu, India, between Portugal and the Ottoman Empire, saw the establishment of Portuguese trading control. So it sounds like the Ottomans lost.
Oh shit, snacks.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you could put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Maybe.
Maybe. So we have from that, we're going to go to 1576 here. I think we have Henry of Navarre, escaped from Paris, later to become Henry the Fourth.
Yeah.
Those damn Jaquas, man.
Dude,
Jaquas.
he escaped from prison and then he became ruler of the country.
Dude, you know what that sounds like? It sounds like that one book, The Count of Monte Cristo, kind of coming into real life right there. Yeah, well, yeah. Have you ever watched, read the book or
No.
seen the crappy movies they keep trying to make?
Unfortunately, no. I'm very
No, they're actually.
so.
But basically, a guy gets imprisoned. No, you know what? Just put it down in the links below. My name's Edmund Dantes.
Mr. Lunk, are you there?
Well,
Anyway,
he's not.
Moving on up to the
Let's
year
go 1634.
1634. By the way, I can still hear my feedback from you, Alice. In the year 1634, the most elaborate mask of the Carolinian age occurred, known as the Triumph of Peace. It was held at Whitehall Palace, London, in front of King Charles I, and was written by James Shirley with sets by Indigo Jones.
Yeah. So that better? Like, apparently, like, my noise suppression turned off when, like, the whole internet issue happened.
It does that.
Well, you know. So from there, we're gonna go to what is it? 1653 from 1634, right?
Looks like it.
All right, we're gonna have the Cardinal Marzin return to Paris from exile. Oh, God,
Nice.
King Chaquas, man.
7 years later, in 1660, General Monk's army reached London.
Nice.
I put that in myself because, like, actually, let me look that up. I mean, that's why I even put that in there. I'm just wondering, like, you know, what, yeah, they reached out to London. The army had marched north to oppose him, but it melted away as a result of desertions.
No shit.
So, yeah, no, not him, but his opponent's army melted away. He reached London on February 3rd, 1660, and then this new parliament proclaimed King Charles on May the 8th, 1660. So it looks like he was working with King Charles. Were we talking about King
So
Charles?
now, when you say when melting away, are you saying they literally like melted them like candle wax?
No, as in, like, they all just deserted.
Window.
So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I was gonna say, like, because man, that's a lot of burning bodies.
Well, if they had that kind of technology back then, then we'd be flying in cars right now. You know?
Yeah.
We already are, dude. We already are. Just we don't.
Oh.
The main public doesn't know about that.
That's true.
Be quiet about that. Be quiet. On the DL, man. On the DL.
So, okay, I got the next one.
Yeah.
In 1740,
No.
Charles the
Oh no, yeah, you're right. So
Yeah,
you're right.
it's-
You're right. Sorry.
1740, Charles the Bourbon, King of Naples, invited the Jews to return to Sicily.
Nice.
Dude, what is up with the Jewish community just getting ejected from every country?
Well, you remember the video I showed you?
Yeah, I do.
Like-
You should put down the links below. Oh, they'll blow some
No,
people's
I
minds.
can't.
but-
I couldn't find it online. You know, if I post it anywhere, it will get taken down. You know.
Oh, of course. Well, no, you send me the website link that you got it, and I'm gonna
No,
send it to a few people.
No, I don't know where I got it from. Somebody sent me
It's
that video
gone?
in a DM. It was never given to me by a link.
Oh wow! So
Yeah.
like, so now and that video's gone now.
Well, no.
Like we just watched
Okay,
it
no.
a few days ago.
I have the video on my computer as a file. It was given to me as a file via direct message on Discord.
Oh,
It was never
oh,
direct. It
okay.
was never sent to me via a link. As,
Yeah,
you
well,
know,
I know the link part. Like, I thought like when you were saying it's gone now, like
No.
I thought you were saying like it's
No,
not
it was never
watchable,
gone.
and I was like,
It was never gone.
Okay.
It was never there to begin with. Like, I don't know where it was on the internet. I don't know where somebody got this from. But, like, it's a really good put together video, so it's not like a slam thing that somebody made.
no,
You know?
yeah, it's actually well done,
Yeah.
and it actually gives you a good side of history. Like, you know what, and there's nothing to be ashamed of, even if you come from like that thing. Like, anyway, we'll talk about that on a Jabberwocky.
Moving
Let's
on
get
up to
moving.
1743, Philadelphia established a pest house to quarantine immigrants.
Quarantine, huh?
Yeah, but why they call it a pest house? That's kind of rude, you know? What are they calling
It's
immigrants or
kind
pests?
of
You know, like what the hell?
It's
what the
kind of
fuck?
rude. Then again,
What, Lunk?
What the fuck? Why does he call it that? What's fucked up?
I know,
dude, like,
right?
why do they? Can you look up why they called them pest houses back in the day? Is that just like a? I'm assuming it has to be racial, but like at the same time, like it is kind of an intriguing thing to look into.
Pest house, plague house, pest house, or fever shed was fever shed was a type of building used for persons by for typhus.
Oh,
So
so these are
Typhoid
immigrants that might have been Oh, oh no. Okay, so I think I know what this is. So this is about like immigrants that came over ship and they were sick. They put them in these houses for them to get better until they could be released to the wild.
yeah, essentially that is true, but I don't know why they call them pest houses. That's a little
But you know, well, think about it. Like back then, you know, just use easy words.
yeah.
But now we gotta use big words like gaslighting, blah 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 blah.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You know.
Even though the sound of it might be atrocious.
Mr.
Anyways,
Luke, do you want to take do you want to take 1751? This one's kind of funny.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So in
Yes,
1751. Oh, Solhan, you want to take that
Yeah,
one?
I said Lunk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry. I
okay.
heard.
1751, Dutch States General forbade the export of windmills. Oh, oh god. Oh god.
What the hell?
What? So the Dutch states
No, the
fucking
States General.
forbidden
The States General,
the
that was a
States General
political
of
office.
the Dutch.
The States
Of the
General is a
Dutch.
political office. So he forbade.
Yeah, I get
export
that,
of
but it's
windmills.
from the Dutch, and if anyone knows anything about the Dutch, they're known for their fucking windmills.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, nope, nope, you can't take our windmills, dude. Sorry.
You're putting that foot down. You cannot
But-
take.
Dude, that is kind of fucking hilarious. Like, dude, there are some dumb laws that have been made over history. I am not gonna lie there. But from that, like as you're looking up that whole thing, let me just go like from 1751. I'm gonna go to 1781. We have the Dutch West Indies island of Saint Eustadia was
It's
taken
called-
by the Brits. The
Ooh.
British.
Darn British.
Yeah, the British went after the Dutch over in the West Indies.
Well, that's because they
famously.
couldn't buy the windmills. They got fed up. They're like, okay, we're going to come and take them.
Dude,
You
you know, like how many years later was that? Like 30, 40 years later, they're like, you know what?
30.
I want some wind. Yeah, 30 years later, I'm like, dude, man, bitches need some windmills.
Yeah.
Put some windmills on that bitch.
Yeah.
Come on,
Moving
yeah.
on up to 1783, Spain recognized U.S. independence. Took them long enough.
About
Oh,
time, bitches.
Yeah.
How? What was the last time? What was the most recent year that somebody recognized the United States as the United States? Though that's a question. The last country to recognize us as a country. Because remember, like what we tried to found ourselves. We consider we found Morocco.
Fuck
Morocco formally recognized the United States by signing a treaty of peace and friendship in 1786. A document that
Damn.
remains the longest unbroken relationship in U.S. history.
No, dude,
Whoa.
that's something cool. Dude, that's.
Morocco.
I'm happy I asked that question.
I'm happy too. As
Dude,
a
that is a-
reward, why don't you take 1807?
Oh yeah, I'll totally take 1807 during the Neapolitanic or the
Napoleonic.
Napoleonic.
Napoleon.
The wars. A British military force under Brigadier General Sir Samuel Auchmury captured the city of Montevideo. Yeah, oh my god, that's funny. Okay, so the city of Montevideo, after the Battle of Montevideo, which was then part of the Spanish Empire, known today as the capital of Uruguay. Actually, what's really funny is that there is a town in Minnesota called Montevideo. And so when I saw that, I was like, ooh.
Apparently, there's a
interesting.
town called Townsville somewhere in the U.S., and we'll get to that later in the deaths, I
Oh,
believe.
dude, yeah.
So,
Do you mind if I take 1809 real quick, too?
Go for
Because,
it.
you know, Wisconsin, it's the Wisconnies, and I like to kick them in the butt anytime I can.
take it.
The territory of Illinois organized later to become present-day Wisconsin. So what Illinois once was became Wisconsin. Fuck you, Illinois.
Yeah.
And good on you, Wisconsin. This time I'm actually going to be on Wisconsin's side, but Illinois can go fuck themselves.
Well, who
Sorry.
doesn't like cheese?
Not, well, no. Well, no, just their government. Oh, no.
Speaking of cheese, in 1815, the world's first commercial cheese factory was established in Switzerland.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds cool.
Wisconsin!
Dude, you know what? Dude, you know what? No matter how you slice it and dice it, you have to cross the cheddar sea to get the good cheese.
That's a sharp joke right there. But don't become a monster.
Well, no, actually, like, Minnesotans, like, any Minnesota here that knows, like, there was a time period where, like, you couldn't, their liquor sales were forbidden on Sundays up until about, like, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like, we used to call the saying, like, when we had to fucking drive over the border to Wisconsin, like, if you're on the eastern side of Minnesota, you call it crossing the Cheddar Sea on a Sunday to go get some booze.
You want to take 1830?
Yo. Yes, in 1830, the sovereignty of Greece was confirmed in a London Protocol.
Cool.
Oh, damn.
That makes me wonder, like who does London think they are to dictate the sovereignty of another nation? Like,
well, okay. So basically, this is basically like recognizing a country as a nation, but like sovereignty is a little bit different.
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah, you're right. I can see where you're going with that.
The sovereignty, like, you know how, like, a lot of people still won't recognize Israel as a sovereign nation?
No, not Israel. Palestine.
Or, well, Palestine, yeah, well...
Palestine's not even on the map anymore, thanks to
there.
Google. But, so when do you take 1836 as well?
Yes,
yeah,
Captain.
go for it.
In 1836, the Whig Party held its first national conference in Albany, New York.
Convention.
Damn, the
Are these Pompadour wigs?
The Whig Party.
No,
like, I hope to God I hope everybody came to that Whig party with a Pompadour wig.
No, it was a political party.
Yeah,
I know.
Oh no.
Dude, what were their actually? What was their party's beliefs actually? Like can you like look up real quick, about what they were about and what they stood for?
The Whig Party was a political party active in the middle of the 19th century in the United States. Alongside the slightly larger Democratic Party, it was one of the two major parties in the United States between the late 1830s and early 1850s as part of the second party system.
So were they more democratic or were they independent? Like, what did they stand for?
Let me see. Pulling it up on their wiki.
Like,
ideology and politics.
Like,
Whig thought. Historian Frank Towers wrote that Democrats stood for the sovereignty of the people as expressed in popular demonstrations. So this sounds like a Democratic Party.
Okay, so it's a form of the Dems.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, like, you know how
there's
like,
nothing wrong with that.
We have the Libertarians, we have the Green Party, we have all these other, like, it was essentially a third party that got bumped into, like, you know, a big thing because they.
And we also have the log cabin.
Log cabin
parties.
Yeah.
They're the log cabin Republicans. You know they're gay.
Well, you remember we have like the Tea Party that came out back.
Yeah, the Tea Party.
Like in the 2000 between the 2000 was that between the 2010s and the 20s?
A bunch of rich people complaining.
Yeah. Well, because they don't want to pay their taxes. Like, come on, like you get the least amount of taxes at the end of the day.
The Tea Party was founded in February 2009, and I think it's still around. Because it doesn't say that it's out.
Okay. No. So it's
they have
still
a Facebook
around.
profile.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Yeah. And they haven't been removed, but like anything that's considered conservative or pro-Constitution has been removed. Yeah. I find that kind of fucked up.
Anyway, moving on to 1855, the Wisconsin Supreme Court declared U.S. fugitive slave law to be unconstitutional. Go Wisconsin, man.
Ooh.
We're talking about you a lot.
Good going, Wisconsin, man. Like, I'm like, you know, as much as they're a rival and just like how Minnesotans and Wisconsin's kind of like bash each other, I'm gonna have to give my hat to them, man.
You know, speaking of, you know, like needlessly hating on things and whatnot, I was in this Gilded server earlier. I left because their censorship is too much. But
okay.
well, somebody was talking about religion, And then they're like, oh, so let's stop talking about religion. Let's talk about sports. They're like, what's the difference? You know?
Because some people will look at sports as a fucking religion, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you made a good point. What's the difference? Sports to religion. I mean, seriously, some people will look at sports like that.
Yeah. Well, who
but
wants 1860?
anyways, we're gonna go.
I'll do 1860.
You want to take it? I'll take 1862 then.
Okay. In 1860, Thomas Clemens took office as the first U.S. superintendent of.
Culture. You cut off there.
I think we lost him.
Yeah. So we have Thomas Clemens took office as the first superintendent of agriculture.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
Actually, we also have somebody who has the same name, but not.
Same last name.
1862, we have Samuel Clemens, right? So Samuel Clemens first used the pen name Mark Twain in a Virginia city newspaper, the Territorial Enterprise.
Yeah, I didn't know, but Mark Twain was a fictitious name. His real one
so
was
is
Samuel
Thomas Clemens Mark Twain then?
I believe so. I'm going to look this up real quick. And I'm getting lag.
Samuel Clemens. That's what I was going to say, because of Thomas. Yeah, so Mark Twain's his pen name.
Samuel Langhorne Clemens, known by his pen name, Mark Twain. So, yep, that was his real name.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's really fucking cool. So, yeah, that was the first time he used the pen name Mark Twain in a Virginia city newspaper, the Territorial Enterprise. Yep. So, yeah, that's when this guy, everyone is fondly known as Mark Twain.
Yeah.
That's not his real name. And that's actually very smart of him. So he wouldn't get doxxed.
I don't think he needed to worry about that. But moving on up to 1864.
No, I think, you know what? Actually, I'm sure they did have to worry about that back then.
Well, yeah, in a different way,
Yeah, in a different way.
I mean, Mary Shelley, used... actually, she didn't even use a name. She oh, and by the way, I think that was on February 1st as well. Mary Shelley published...
Frankenstein?
Frankenstein, but she submitted it as a anonymous because nobody would buy a book from a female back then or something like that. Some stupid reason.
Yeah, Mary Shelley, because you want to know why? The fun thing is there's actually a song that somebody wrote about this. We're going to talk about Mary Shelley.
But let's get back on track here.
Because of the year without a summer, 1816, he went in and he decided to write a book because of the volcanic eruption of Tabora.
Oh, wow.
Or Tambora. Cool. Yeah.
Interesting,
right?
Yeah, it is. Moving on
That's why I wanted to finish that one.
In 1864, Sherman's march through Mississippi. And I'm just like, Reach went through, so I'm just looking for this again. Sherman's march through... Well, it's not going to... today is February 3rd.
Well, this is looking like around Civil War time, so...
Yeah, well, no, this is Civil War.
Or tail end. Or tail end toward it? I can't remember how many years the Civil War was.
Okay, so I think that's when he started, because it says, while Sherman set out on February 3rd, 1864, with a main force of 20,000 men from Vicksburg, he ordered Brigadier General William Soy Smith to lead a cavalry force of 7,000 men from Memphis, Tennessee, south through Oklahoma, Mississippi, along the Mobile and Ohio Railroad, to meet the rest of the Union force at Meridian. So it sounds like this is when he started his march, I think.
Oh, okay.
According to that. That's what it sounds like.
And that took some time.
Yeah. Moving on up to 1870, the U.S. state of Iowa ratified the 15th Amendment of the United States Constitution, allowing suffrage for all races and color.
Yes.
Go Iowa. Oh, fuck. When does Minnesota do something cool?
Eventually. I mean, it made you, so that's something.
Well, no, my parents made me, not Minnesota.
They made you in Minnesota, though. Or...
Well, no, actually, if memory
I don't
serves
want
me
to know when you're
correctly,
conceived. I don't want to know when you're conceived. Let's
I
move on
believe
up
I
to,
might have been conceived
1876.
in Utah. I might have been conceived in Utah.
Let's talk about 1876.
I'm ready. 1876. Albert Spalding invested $800 to start a sporting goods company manufacturing the first official basketball, tennis, baseball, golf ball, and football. Yes,
Yeah.
Spalding.
Nice.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, one could
If
say
you
he
ever
was
shot
the original baller.
Yep,
Oh.
he's a baller.
Bala, Shakala, 20-inch rims, driving my
Impala.
Moving on up to
Bala,
1882,
late tonight.
circus owner P.T. Barnum bought his world-famous elephant, Jumbo.
Did you hear that? Oh, by the way,
Barnum.
speaking of circuses, did you hear that Shrine Circus is closing down?
Which one?
Shrines Circus. They're closing down for good.
I never heard about them.
Oh, really? Oh, man.
Thrains?
It used to be a Shriners Circus.
Oh. All I know is P.T.
They're
Barnum
closing
and
shop.
the only circus I knew was P.T. Barnum and Circus
Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah.
I've seen Cirque du Soleil. That was really cool to see. That was really fun. But at the same time, like, the end of an era.
Yeah. Moving
But
on
anyway,
to
let's move up
1887.
to 1908.
No,
Oh, no, 1887, right? Yeah, okay, no, my thing. Okay, so 1887, to avoid disputed national elections, the U.S. Congress created the Electoral College.
Count.
No, I'm sorry, the Electoral Count Act.
Yes.
Now, what does that entail? I'm sorry, I read that wrong.
No, that's all right. Yeah, I don't blame you. Like, everybody knows
But yeah,
about
the
electoral colleges.
Electoral Count Act.
The Electoral
Well,
Count
I
Act of
could've said-
1887
well,
is a
I could've
United
said-
States federal law adding the procedures set out in the Constitution of the United States for the counting of electoral votes in a president or following a presidential election. So essentially, like, something to do with electoral college and everything.
So this is basically like where it became through where, like, then the House and Senate, like, ratify everything.
Yeah.
Blah,
Yeah, about 100 years.
blah.
before
Maybe,
my
or
birth.
something on the lines of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on up to 1894.
1894, though.
The first U.S. steel sailing vessel, the Dirijo, was launched at Bath, Maine.
Bathe. I'm just gonna say bathe.
Bathe.
Because I bet you someone's like, it's bathe. But I don't think it is, but we'll just call it bath.
Splish, splash, they
That
were
was
taking a bath.
bathe.
Who wants 1895?
First flash, I was taking a bath.
I was
Me
thinking because
in
it's
Patrick
Ross
Cat.
Gaten.
Mr. Lunk, 1895?
Okay, 1895. Wilhelm Mozart set the world record for the 500 meter skate at 46.8 seconds.
The
Dang.
Mozart set a world record skating at 500 meters in
Yeah.
46.8 seconds. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah. And actually, like, that was making me think, like, wow, it hasn't been broken in, like, over 100 years. But, that makes me wonder, like, eventually every record is going to be set in stone because there's only so fast you can be, only so much you can do. The limits to humanity are a ceiling. And,
Well, how long is it going to be till they computerize and give computerized body parts to people?
well, then it's not natural, because then you have to make
Then
another
it becomes-
category,
then-
mechanically assisted, world records.
Yep, but
such.
you know what, that people will, like, then you gotta think, it's like, well, that's like transgender people going into other, like, the other gender sports.
Oh, yeah.
So then now you have to have, but then they're going to say you're just a robot phobic.
They did have
Robot.
You
robot
robophobe.
when
Robophobe. You
Robophobe.
robophobe.
So, let's talk about during the Jabberwocky. Mr. Lunk, why don't you
Yeah,
take
yeah,
1900?
we're moving from there. From 1900, you have 1895 to 1900.
Yeah.
So we have the rival forces fought for control of the Union Park Ball grounds in Baltimore. What the hell is that?
I believe, like, that has something to do with, like, different teams, and they were fighting for which one, gets to have a stadium.
wow.
I can look it up if you
Well,
want.
there's
It's
Maryland
1900.
and Baltimore. Yeah, you know what? Actually, yeah. My
Baltimore
curiosity is
Orioles
wandering.
history. Rival groups camp out at ballpark. Okay, so the Orioles. Two rival factions from the
Orioles?
Baltimore Orioles camped out in the
The
Union
Orioles.
grounds. Looking for in control. I'm trying to open this link, but I don't know why my internet's really laggy today.
Dude, no, we've had another solar flare that came out, so that might be part of it. And I'm also, if I have any lagging issues, we have what was the blizzard going through Chicago. now being a rainstorm and ice storm out here. So I might lose power if it starts icing up.
God,
So
you're just getting hammered, aren't you?
not really. Like seriously, like personally, like I've seen worse in Minnesota. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
anyways,
I'll do
so
the
1900 again. Do you want to take the next 1900, Sloan?
Well, why
Yeah.
don't you take it, Alice, and then we'll start the thing all over again. Me, you, him.
Shoot. 1908 is yours. I guess I'm taking this one. All right. This other 1900 we have. Really? You have to give me a G word here. All
Gubernatorial.
right. What?
Gubernatorial. It's not that hard.
Gubernatorial.
Yeah, just
Shut the
enunciate.
front door.
Gubernatorial.
Gubernatorial candidate with or Gable, however you want to pronounce that
It's
one,
gerbil.
was assassinated in Frankfort, Kentucky.
That's not nice.
So who is this guy? Gable. Dude, that
Uh,
name sounds familiar. Who was he?
Well, I know Gerbils was a Nazi guy. There's something Gerbils.
No, that's Joseph's.
Gobel. Wilhelm. Yeah, it would be Wilhelm Gobel or Gable. Actually, I think is how you.
There you go. He was a Democratic politician who served as the 34th governor of Kentucky for 4 days in 1900, having been sworn in on his deathbed a day after being shot by an assassin. What the fuck?
God.
He got
Damn.
sworn in after he was shot.
That's almost as funny as that time I heard that somebody who had died was elected governor of Washington.
See, now it makes sense why Mitch McConnell is a fucking senator. For Kentucky. I'm sorry, Kentucky. I love you guys. I'm just making a bad joke. Oh my god.
Moving on
Oh
to
lord. Okay.
1908.
1908. Come on. This is Sohan. Sohan gets
No, no, no,
1908,
no.
remember?
Okay, let's give it to him.
Yeah, give it to him. He hasn't spoken in a while.
Okay. In 1908, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that a union boycott violated the Sherman Antitrust Act.
So what's the Sherman Antitrust Act?
Already looking it up.
Good.
But yeah, see, the
Like,
Sherman Antitrust
It
Act.
sounds
of
familiar,
18
but I can't remember it.
The Sherman Antitrust Act of 1890 is a United States antitrust law which prescribed the rule of free competition among those engaged in commerce.
Oh,
so
yeah.
monopoly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I wonder how that one's going right now.
Amazon, Walmart.
Fuck you, Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon needs to go. So does Disney, so does Google. But
So does Wally World.
a lot of places.
I mean, Walmart. Yeah.
Dick Mart.
Well, no, they're killing the little businesses.
Yeah,
That's the
Walmart
thing that
kills
bothers me
entire
the
towns.
most.
Let's talk about all that during the Jabberwocky. I'm gonna write that down. here in a
Yeah,
second. So moving on up
absolutely,
to The
absolutely.
year 1913, the 16th Amendment to the United States Constitution pertaining to federal income tax was ratified.
Oh, nice. Not really. Income tax, yeah.
Yeah, let me look that up real quick. 16th.
So that means that's why not taxing was okay. Wasn't the reason why we left Europe, or I mean England, was because we didn't want to pay our taxes?
You know what? That's kind of funny because that happened the year after they established the Federal Reserve and the IRS, because that happened in 1912.
Well, dude, remember like when what was it? What's his name? We were talking about like the day yesterday or the day or 2 days ago of the guy when the gold standard, like he devalued the U.S. dollar. What,
Oh
was
yeah.
that FDR? No, that wasn't FDR. No,
I
it
don't
was
remember.
before Truman. Was it Truman? God damn it!
I don't
I mean,
know.
gosh darn it! Pardon my French. Sorry, guys.
To tell you what the 16th Amendment was, it was it allowed Congress to levy an income tax without appointing it among the states on the basis of population.
Oh, that's not cool.
No, it's not. Like,
That is an amendment that needs to go away.
yes, it does. Who wants 1915?
Go ahead and take it.
Yes. What?
I'll take Canada. All right,
Okay.
because Canada's basically an extension of Minnesota.
Canada is just America's hat.
It is. Sorry, Canadians. Anyways,
Okay. Oh yeah. In 1915, Turkish and German army reached the Suez Canal.
the Suez Canal. Where's the Suez Canal?
Egypt.
That's in Egypt? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you already looked that up. Good,
No, I
good,
already know
good.
this. Remember, like, the Evergreen
Oh,
ship?
yeah. You're big on that. Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, so that sounds familiar, but I couldn't remember where.
Yeah, the
No,
Suez
okay,
Canal
so
is one of the most important. It's like basically like that side of the planet's version of the Panama Canal.
Yeah, okay, so there's also that one area. You remember where the that one boat got like stuck sideways in that one canal? The Evergreen. So that's the Suez Canal.
That was the Suez Canal.
That is the Suez Canal.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So somebody just tried to fuck that one up too.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
Well, a few months back, but you know. Either way, we're gonna go to 1916. We have Canada's original Parliament buildings in Ottawa burnt down. The original buildings for the Parliament, I guess, burnt down in Ottawa.
Yeah.
Hey, Trudeau, you are the best hide-and-go-seek player of 2022.
Yeah. But he'll never beat Anne Frank.
Laughs in the Osama.
Ooh, that's hardcore, dude.
Oh, Osama was the best.
Osama? Maybe. I don't know.
He was foul.
I don't know. We're going to have to look into this. But anyway, also in 1916, Tristan Tzara published the Donna Manifesto in Zurich, Switzerland. What the hell is the Donna Manifesto? Looks like Alice is still dying. So, let's see here. The Donna Manifesto...
No, you're Anne Frank. Dude, you're Anne Frank wrote me. Kill me.
The Donna Manifesto is a short text that was written on July 14th, 1960 by Hugo Ball and read the same day at the WAG Hall in Zurich for the first public Dada party. In this manifesto, Hugo Ball expresses his opposition to Dada becoming an artistic movement.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm going to add this to the underbar, but there's not really much information else about this.
Oh, Lord. I can't believe I can't unhear that. I'm still trying to, like, regain composure from your Anne Frank reference there, dude. Oh, my God. That was hardcore.
I'm ruthless.
You know, it's been over 10 years, so it's allowed to be a joke.
Been way over 10 years, I hope. You know?
It's been more than 10 years.
All of a sudden we look around, the Soviet Union's back, Nazi Germany's at it again.
You know, are we sure? We could be in a replay right now.
Oh, we definitely are, except China is Germany.
Well,
we are the United Kingdom, and I think India is going to be the next United States as far as industrial power and, you know, political power.
Dude, India, I tip my hat to them because India deserves it after all the shit they've gone through. Okay, so what year are we at now?
We are in 1917.
Okay, so can I do this one?
Yeah.
Or do you want to do it?
Do it.
Okay, so we have the U.S. liner Housatonic, was sunk by a German submarine on the same day that U.S. President Woodrow Wilson broke off diplomatic relations with Germany, with Deutschland.
Now wait a minute.
I mean, the Deutschland now, but they were kind of douchey for. But you know what? Like, I feel bad for like the people who are actually born in Germany and knowing their past and what happened. Like, can you just imagine how they feel?
Horrible.
Like, dude, yeah.
Nothing happened. Punch was served.
Well, here's the thing: is like, you know what? Like, it's kind of the same thing. Like how now people are coming against Americans about slavery things that we weren't even around for.
Yeah, well,
like we weren't even alive.
Yeah.
But yet somehow we have to pay dues for people that are dead, gone, and buried.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Get over it.
Moving on up to 1918.
It's ridiculous, and I feel bad for them.
Yeah, Stohan, why don't you take 1918 here?
Yeah, in 1918, the Twin Peaks Tunnel for streetcars began service in San Francisco at 11,900 feet. It was one of the longest, world's longest.
Yeah.
11,920 feet.
Yeah.
You missed the 20, but
11,920 feet.
It's the world's longest what? Tunnel?
No, one of the world's longest streetcar tunnel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Moving on up to 1919, the Bolshevik army was defeated in a series of clashes with the White Russians, whom were fighting to reclaim the government after the 1917 revolution.
Ooh.
So this has been going on for 2 years.
Yeah.
Yo, I wouldn't mind a White Russian right now.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's a daiquiri.
Yeah.
White Russian.
Oh. Oh.
Isn't that what the dude
What?
likes?
Did you say daiquiri was a White Russian?
There's a White Russian. There's a
Mike-
chocolate Russian.
Dude, no. It's not a daiquiri. There are White Russians, there are Black Russians, and everything else.
We're talking
and
about the
you
drink.
need to. Yeah, I know.
Oh.
I know.
Oh.
And
The Black
and most Russian drinks like that usually entail vodka. Daiquiris usually entail tequila or rum.
Well,
Bam!
Alice, take
But
1924.
okay, yeah, this is gonna be my last one, but I do have to pop off because of noise ordinance and everything. So we have Alexei Raiko was elected as president of the People's Commission, succeeding Mr. Lenin.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think Lenin had
Someone-
died, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Lenin. Yeah, I can't remember how he died, but they still have his body preserved.
Yeah.
And they have Stalin's body still preserved.
Yeah,
Like-
I do know that Stalin died of a stroke, and there were no doctors willing to do anything because they were fearful that he'd kill them. So,
Yeah, well, you know what? I believe a lot of people were just kind of hoping for Stalin to die because he was actually, like, worse than Hitler.
yeah.
Like, and every Russian can actually tell you. Like, even ones that fought for his war and what he made them do to go to war, like, you'd have one guy with a gun, another guy with a clip, running into frickin' war. And once somebody died, you picked up the clip. Like, there's actually, with the movie Enemy at the Gates, kind of, like,
Yeah, that was
partially
a great
depicting
movie.
what he did.
Great movie.
It was a really good movie. Like, yeah. Ed Harris was great in that movie. So was, what's his stupid name?
I don't know, but why did Soen take
Anyway,
1928?
yeah, but I gotta go, you guys.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
That's all
Yeah,
right.
okay.
This is also why we're going to start doing the show in the mornings, too. So that way, people won't bitch at you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Until I get my own place, then we can just do whatever. But
Yeah.
I love you, boys and girls. I love everybody.
yeah.
Be cool, stay in school, don't do drugs.
Toodles, be safe, sleep well.
Drive safe, don't rape, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Mr. Sohan.
Okay. 1920. Paleontologist David Black reported his findings on the ancient human fossils found at Dodokian, China, in the journal Nature, declaring them to be a new species he named Cenotropus palaeokinesis, aka Homo erectus.
Yep. Essentially,
not the
the
only one
direct
erectus.
ancestors to us. Like, there's Homo erectus, Homo sapiens, and then we are Homo sapiens sapiens. So it's like, a couple evolutionary steps down the ladder, but still. Moving on up to 1930, William Howard Taft resigned as U.S. Chief of Justice for health reasons. I wonder why. Wasn't he like the fattest president we ever had, too?
Yep, he's fat.
He was like 320 pounds or something, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Why don't you take 31 here?
Although in 1931, Arkansas legislature passed the motion to pray for the souls of journalist H.L. Buchanan after he called the state the apex of morality.
Yeah, essentially the legislator of that state, is like, oh hey, he mocked us. Let us all pray for him as a government, organization. That's hilarious.
Funny.
Yeah,
Sullivan had him shot.
yeah. Well,
Taylor would have gave him a free trip to our camp.
yeah. Well, this is even more embarrassing. It's just like oh, we're stupid. Well, we're gonna pray for you. Just like the entire state is just like. Essentially, that's like essentially the whole state of Arkansas just said, okay, boomer.
funny.
Also in 1931, New Zealand's worst natural disaster, the Hawke's Bay earthquake, caused the deaths of 256 people and the injury of thousands more when it devastated Napier and the Hawke's Bay region. Not good. So in? What? Are you there? Moving on to 1933, the first interstate legislative conference in the United States opened in Washington, D.C. Also in 1933, German Minister Hermann Göring banned the Social Democratic newspaper Vorwärts.
Guess whose phone fell?
Yours.
Yes.
I was wondering what happened to you.
My phone fucking fell.
You disappeared like a fart in the wind.
Or a fart in the jar.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, that one time.
At least you didn't queef in a
See?
can.
Ugh.
Why don't you take 1938 here?
Sure. In 1938, Paul Osborne on Borrowed Time premiered in New York City. Wow.
Cool. Moving
An
on
Osborne.
3 more years in 1941, the U.S. Supreme Court upheld the federal wage and hour law, setting minimum wages and maximum hours. Now we should have a maximum wage. You know, as I said earlier, in a Gilded server that I'm no longer in due to their censorship, there should be a maximum wage because why is Congress like getting paid like $300,000 a year only to work like 5 days out of the year? You know, there should be a ceiling.
Exactly.
You know. There should not be a minimum wage. There should be a maximum, you know?
Well, some people, yeah, they keep on talking about that, but soldiers get paid less.
Yeah.
An unpaid intern gets paid more than a soldier.
That sucks. Speaking of soldiers, though, what happened in 1942?
In 1942, the first Japanese air raid on Java occurred.
Yep.
Yep.
Where is Java, anyway?
Java's by Indonesia, I think.
Ah, okay. I will believe you on that fact and move us up to 1942 as well. Baseball owners agreed to permit each club up to 14 night games in 1942.
Yep.
And yeah, I think this was like when they were really starting to do the night games, because before this, they really didn't have all the lights and stuff that they got in stadiums now, you know? Electricity is only, what, 100 some odd years old? You know, as far as, like, you know, harnessing it for, like, lights and whatnot on a massive scale. Why don't you take 43?
I will. 1943. 4 Chaplains. Chaplains.
I think it's supposed to be
after,
chaplain.
Chaplains. Yeah, 4 chaplains down after giving up their life jackets to others.
Yeah.
Okay, it was a ship. They.
Yeah, no. It's a chaplain, like the religious chaplain. You know, it's a misspell. It's supposed to be CH, not SH. Like so,
chaplain.
Like a chaplain. Yeah. So 4 religious people drowned after giving their life jackets off. But moving on up to 1944, during the Second World War, United States troops captured the Marshall Islands.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh God, this one's amazing. Like in a bad way. 1945.
You want it?
You take it.
Okay. Almost 1,000 flying fortresses dropped 30,000 tons of bombs on Berlin.
3,000, not 30.
3,000 bombs on Berlin. Ooh.
3,000 tons
Yeah.
of bombs.
It's an island in Indonesia.
Ah, okay.
I knew it.
3,000 times 2,000 equals. That's basically 6 million pounds of bombs they dropped on Berlin on that day.
Yo.
Yeah.
You're making sure people die.
Get fucked, Germany. Moving on up to 1946, the current North American record for coldest temperature was set in Snag, Yukon at negative 81 degrees Fahrenheit, or negative 63 degrees Celsius. So not only did Fahrenheit catch up to Celsius, it passed them.
Like on your left.
Negative 81 degrees.
Yo, you dead.
Yeah.
You're definitely dead.
Yeah, very much so.
Unless you fix the freeze.
What else happened in 47?
In 1947, practical practice became the first black reporter in the United States Congressional Press Gallery. Yes. Ooh.
Nice. Voice of the people. 1950, nuclear physicist Klaus Fuchs was arrested on spying charges. This is the guy I was talking about the other day. I think he was either Two Poppy or Spike. I think it was Two Poppy. It's just like why did that guy get away with a whole bunch of stuff? He leaked nuclear secrets to the Soviet Union. He is the reason why they got the bomb.
Yep.
And then he fled in exile into their side of Germany, and then he became like a political person over there, and then was continued to, to be alive. So, oh man, I was waiting for this one for Alice. Man,
Aww.
Why don't you take this one though, Alice? If you're watching this, you left a little bit too early.
In 1951, Dick Button won the U.S. skating title for the 6th time.
What a name, Dick Button.
I could tell why he won for the 6th time, because they're too busy laughing and not worried about skating.
Yeah. Looks like, I wonder if this is also 1951. The largest purse to date in horse racing occurred at $144,323, which was won by Great Circle.
Ooh.
Yeah. Let's see how much that would be today, though. Well, I think that was 51, but let's get this show done with. Why don't you take a 53?
Yes, in 1953, J. Fred Muggs, a Japan, became a regular on NBC's Today Show.
Nice. I'm gonna look up J. Fred Muggs here. Images. Yeah, this guy.
This guy's a chimp.
Those are two different chimps. So which one's Muggs? This guy. Interesting. Anyway, moving on up to 1956, Autry and Lucy was admitted into the University of Alabama, only to be suspended 4 days later after a riot. Man. She threw away that future right there.
Dumb bitch.
Yeah. What else happened in 56?
Also, Tony Saylor of Austria won the downhill at the Cortina de Pezino Winter Olympics and will go on to become the first athlete to sweep all 3 alpine skiing events in a single Olympic.
Nice. Really nice.
Oh, yeah.
That is a real Olympian right there. Moving on up
that
3 years, 1959, the day the music died, a plane crash killed musicians Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, J.P. Richardson, and their supposedly unnamed pilot near Clear Lake, Iowa.
Yeah, so J.P. Richards is also known as the Big Bopper.
Yeah, I think all 3 of them are in the death sections.
Yo, the thing is, if they would have got on that cold-ass bus, they would have been alive.
Yeah. Yeah, see? Don't put comfort, in front of everything. Bus can't just fall out of the sky, unless it falls off a bridge, but... Moving on up to 1960, British Prime Minister Harold Macmillan made his famous Wind of Change speech against the apartheid regime while in Africa, angering South African politicians.
Damn. Okay. And in 1962, John Usley set the pole vaulting record at 489 centimeters.
Dang. Also in 1962, U.S. President John F. Kennedy banned all trade with Cuba except for food and drugs.
Oh God.
Drugs.
I said no one can enter except for food and cocaine.
Yeah.
Wait, what you heard me? Food and cocaine.
Yep.
Cocaine.
Cocaine.
He switches to coke. Not just any type of cocaine. Cocaine.
Cocaine. See, I tried to do Coke once, but the ice cube got stuck in the straw. And then years later, tried it again, and it turned out to be Pepsi's. And then I went to weed, and I haven't switched it back, you know? So,
Exactly.
yeah. Why don't you tell us what happened in 64 here?
1964. Meet the Beatles album went gold.
Nice. Why don't you take all of 64?
Hell yeah. Also in 1964, Black and Puerto Ricans students boycotted New York public schools. I know, there probably some dumb shit going on back then.
Let me look that up real quick, actually.
Especially around Harlem.
Yeah.
Damn,
why don't you go ahead and read the next article while Google decides whether or not it's going to work? Oh, there we go. Hold on a second.
Yeah. Dude, I'm surprised. It says Black and Puerto Ricos. What about the Italians? What, they were cool with all the shit that was going on or something?
Well, hold on a second. I have here the largest civil rights protest you've never heard of. Join the one-day boycott. So, there was apparently like a whole thing going on. What caused the 1964 New York City school boycott? After asking students to guess where the largest... Okay, blah, blah, blah. Students were shocked to learn that the city they lived in was where the demonstration took place. Why is this not telling me? Like, just tell me. Like, here we go.
Damn, you know... Well, then, and also in 1964, French sisters Marlie Gauthier and Christine Gauthier Silver repeated in reverse order their top two finish in the slalom 2 day early in the giant slalom at the Hendrix Winter Olympics. Wow.
Interesting.
Damn.
Moving on to 1965, 105 United States Air Force cadets resigned due to their cheating on exams.
Damn, man. That's a lot of cheaters.
Yeah, that's a lot. Also in that same day, same year, the Braves offered Milwaukee $500,000 to terminate their lease 1 year earlier, only for the proposal to be turned down. They must have really loved
$500,000.
Yeah, they must have really loved that team. Then again, they would have probably made like a lot more than that with them still being there. So, you know.
Yep. Okay. Also, in 1966, 1 year later, Soviet Lunar 9 became the first man-made object to softly land on the moon.
Yep.
Yeah. They beat us.
Well, not only did they beat us that way, I think they were the first ones to land on the moon, period. Not as far as, like, anything. Not people, but, you know, a probe or, you know, a rover or whatever. Like, you know, the Soviets, like, you know, they're the first ones to reach space, first man in space, first woman in space, first animal in space, you know, first landing, you know, on the moon as far as, like, you know, like non-human, you know, landings. First one, the same category on Venus. First one to get to the moon, first one to get to Venus. But then we somehow magically win the space race because we landed on the moon. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And they gave it to us.
Yeah. Also, why don't you tell us what else happened in 66 here?
Also in 1966, the first operational weather satellite, ESSA-1, was launched by the U.S.
Yep. So, we did do a couple things here and there, but nothing groundbreaking. Moving on up to 1967, Jimi Hendrix recorded Purple Haze.
Excuse me while I kiss the sky.
Also in 1967, Ronald Ryan was hanged in Pentridge Prison, Melbourne, becoming the last person to be executed to this date in Australia.
Yep. Also, 1969, Northern Ireland Prime Minister Terence O'Neill announced the dissolution of the Stormfront Parliament and the holding of new elections.
Yep, it sounds like a shift in government right there.
Yes, it is.
Yep. Moving on up 2 years later, in 1971, a series of house searches by the British Army in Catholic areas of Belfast led to serious rioting and gun battles.
Now,
Started the IRA.
Was that IRA?
I'm guessing.
Where
I'm
is
guessing.
Belfast?
In Ireland.
Oh, okay. Well, then that has to be something to do with the Troubles. Also
Yep.
in 1971, OPEC mandated a total embargo against any company that rejected 55% tax rate. Fuck you, OPEC.
Ooh. Fuck you, OPEC.
Yeah.
Also in 1971, NYPD officer Frank Serpico was shot during a drug bust while his fellow officers stood outside and failed to call for assistance.
What a bunch of useless fucks.
What a bunch of cunts. And also, Serpico was also a movie by Robert De Niro. Not Robert De Niro, Al Pacino. It was
Ah.
based on Frank Serpico.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to watch that.
Really?
Moving on
You
up,
wanna watch something with that
365
level?
days later in 1972, the 11th Winter Olympic Games opened in Sapporo, Japan, becoming the first Olympics, Winter Olympics at least in Asia.
Oh, yeah, nice. Also in 1972, the U.S. performed a nuclear test at the Nevada test site.
We're going to be seeing that a lot.
You damn right we will.
Yeah. Moving on up to 1975, Billy Herman, Earl Averill, and Bucky Harris were elected into the Hall of Fame.
I'm guessing baseball Hall of Fame or football. One of those two.
You know what? Let me look that up real quick. I'm going to have to assume baseball as well, because yesterday when I did the same thing, let's see here. Hall of Fame. Okay, let's see.
Just type in Bucky Harris and see what we get.
Let's see here. Oh, baseball. Okay. Yeah, this is baseball. Yep. So I'm just going to assume Hall of Fame is baseball because, like, whenever it's football, it says the NFL
Yeah.
Hall of Fame or something.
Yeah, I typed in Bucky Harris, American baseball manager.
Yeah. Moving on up, why don't you tell us what happened in 77 here?
In 1977, Martin Diego and John Lloyd was elected to the Hall of Fame. I guess baseball again.
It has to be. 1 year later, in
Let's find out.
1978, Egyptian President Anwar al-Sadr and U.S. President Jimmy Carter discussed the Middle East peace process in Washington, D.C. Do you mind if I take this next 79?
Go ahead.
In 1979, the YMCA by the Village People peaked at number 2 on Pop Singles chart. Now, why don't you take the next two?
Sure. In 1979, Minnesota Twins traded Ron Conqueror, Baseball Hall of Fame infielder, to California for 4 players. This man was worth 4 people.
I know. And you want to know something else?
What?
He was black. I
Oh,
know.
nice.
I know that doesn't matter, but like, it's funny.
Hey, it does matter.
Well, it doesn't matter to me, but like,
I know.
but like,
Oh.
it's really cool
Oh.
how like in this country they went from being like 2/3 of a person to worth 4 entire people. You know, at least this guy
Yep.
is. You know.
Yeah. 4 other people for this one infielder.
Yeah. Moving on up to actually no, this next one's yours too, right?
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Also in 1980, Muhammad Ali toured Africa as President Carter's envoy.
That's cool.
You damn right it is.
Yeah.
Anything with Ali is cool.
Yeah. Moving on up to 81, Gro Harlem Brundtland was elected as the first female prime minister of Norway.
Okay.
Cool.
Also, 1 year later, in 1982, Space Shuttle Columbia moved into the vehicle assembly building at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida for the maiden process for the STS-3 mission.
I'm wondering if that's before they blew up.
That's before, yeah.
Well,
that's
well, like, no, I
that's
mean like the
before
mission
these-
right before Columbia.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like
I'm about to- yeah,
obviously
that's-
it's before it exploded. It's still around, but like I'm wondering if that's
That's-
you know.
That's before the explosive finale.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm wondering like if it's Oh wait, Columbia. Oh, it was 2003. Never mind. That was the Challenger was the one exploded.
Yeah.
So, Never mind. Moving on up to, also in 1982, the greatest helicopter lift was performed in Podsmoskovno in the USSR, lifting 56,888 kilograms. Which,
Ooh.
I have no idea what that is.
That's kilograms. It is like pounds over there.
Yeah. Well, hold on a second. I'm gonna compare it to a ton.
That's a lot.
62 tons. Wow. Because like I had it here as pound, and it said 125416.57. So that's 125,416 pounds, or just 62.7 tons. That's heavy as hell. What else happened in '82?
Also in 1982, John Sharps of England finished 371 hours of disco dancing. Disco, good, disco. Well, of course he did it, because look at him. 1982. That man was hopped up on cocaine.
Yeah. 1982 was the year of Disco Stew. No, but like, remember yesterday we were talking about those 3 people dancing the Charleston for 22 hours?
Yeah.
This man is an insane, 371 hours?
He must have had that problem with, like, that movie Crank. You have to keep on moving otherwise he'll die.
Or maybe he had that jitterbug disease. Like, you remember that?
No. Yeah, no.
Oh, no, actually, several hundred years ago, I forgot where it was, but there actually, it was an outbreak in this one small town. It started with one person who just started dancing uncontrollably, and then the entire town started, and they literally danced until they dropped dead of exhaustion. Like, literally died from dancing too much. And then it just went away. And nobody could understand what the fuck happened, Like, everybody got this compelling to dance until they literally died, and then it just vanished. It's so weird. Moving on up to 1982, porn star John Holmes was ordered to stand trial for murder.
Yep.
Dang. Also,
go ahead.
No, you go.
You do it. Also, in 1984, the 10th space shuttle mission using 41B Challenger 4 was launched.
Cool. 2 years after that, U.S. President Ronald Reagan announced the formation of the Commission of the Inquiry on the Challenger accident. Yeah, we were talking about Challenger, and here we go again.
What happened? Reagan mad.
Reagan sleepy. Tear down this wall. Tear it down.
Reagan smash.
What's that noise? Oh, that's just Reagan. Leave him alone. He'll tire himself out. Reagan sleepy. Well, what else happened in '86?
Also in 1986, OPEC failed to agree upon a petroleum after 2 days of meeting in Vienna. Fucking OPEC again.
Yeah, we're talking about OPEC again. I'm gonna look them up. Like, what does that even stand for? The Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries is an intergovernmental organization or cartel. That's not good. Cartel of 13 countries. It was founded on.
It's the fucking cartel.
It's an oil mafia. What the fuck?
The oil don.
The oil don. Maybe he's like very greasy.
Easy as greasy.
Yeah.
It's all sweaty and like out of breath.
Oh
God.
God. Essentially, he's just Pizza the Hut from Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Also in 1986, the Pope and Mother Teresa met in Calcutta. That's cool.
Ooh. Okay, I got the next one. In 1986, Pixar Animation Studios, known for Toy Story, The Incredibles, and many other titles, headed by Edwin Catmull and Alvy Ray Smith, was spun off from Lucasfilm Ltd. as an independent film production company, with the backing of Steve Jobs.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize this, but Steve Jobs basically is the reason why Pixar is around.
He was probably trying to steal it.
Probably. He actually he got fired from Apple. And then, he worked at Pixar, and then this happened, and then eventually he did go back to Apple. But, Steve Jobs had a hand in Pixar. A lot of people don't know that.
Like, I want to try to steal it.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on up to 1987, SD Yacht Club, which I think has to stand for the San Diego Yacht Club, celebrated the return of America's Cup.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What about America's Bowl?
That's the Super Bowl. What happened in '88? You there? Hello? Did I freeze again? Please don't tell me I froze. Are you there? No, my thing's lighting up. Well, let's move on up to 1988. Nurses across the United Kingdom held a strike over pay and funding for the NHS. National Health Systems?
I got cut off.
Oh, there you are.
Damn.
I don't know if I lagged out or you.
I don't know either. Well, let me repeat it. If I can.
Yeah.
Also in 1989, Baseball's National League announced Yanks broadcaster Bill will be its first black U.S. citizen president.
Nice.
Bill Will.
Bill Will. It is the
Will
will of
Bill.
Bill. Also in 1989, a military coup overthrew Paraguay's dictator Alfredo Stroessner.
Alfredo sounds good.
Yeah. You know what else
And
sounds
also,
good?
1990.
Yeah.
Also, 1 year later, 1990, Daryl Strawberry voluntarily entered Smetter Sentinel for alcohol rehabilitation.
Yep, here we go. Remember when all the athletes were like, oh, I'm going into rehab, yada yada, like that became a thing.
Yep.
Be it for alcohol or cocaine or whatever it was that they did, like rehab became such a trend. It was hilarious. Also in 1990, jockey Bill Schumacher, at the age of 58, retired after his 40,350th horse race.
That is a lot of fucking races.
That's a lot of time on a horse.
Yeah. Damn. Also, 2 years later, 1992, the labor strike at the Royal Canadian Mint ended.
Nice. Also in 92, the maximum New York State unemployment benefits were raised to $300 per week. Which is actually like livable today, if you're unemployed. Well, I guess not today in New York, but
No, fuck no, not in New York.
no.
Never in New York. Also, 1 year later, 1993, Cincinnati Reds owner Marge Salt was suspended for 1 year due to racist comments. Wow.
Yeah, they were canceling people back then too. But she was probably an actual racist. Didn't say anything, non-racist. I don't know. But also in '93, General Hospital's Tristan Rogers was convicted of drunk driving.
Damn.
So, yep.
What a bitch.
Yep. Not all actors are above the law, thank God. So.
Oh shit. Okay. Also in 1993 was a day that will live in infamy.
Yeah.
The federal trial of 4 police officers who were charged with the civil rights violation in a videotaped beating of Rodney King began in Los Angeles, California.
Yeah, that came out in my neck of the woods.
Yep, a date that will live in infamy.
Rodney King, he's the boxing guy, right? With like the big hair?
Rodney,
Or is that
no,
somebody else?
that's Don King.
Oh, okay. I always
Rodney
thought
King
they were
is
the same person. I'm just like,
No,
who's
Rodney King
beating
is
that
somebody
guy?
else.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Is this also in 94? No, 365 days later in the year 1994, Les Miserables opened at Kallang Theatre in Singapore. Cool.
Yep. Cool. Also in 1994, U.S. President Bill Clinton lifted the trade embargo against Vietnam.
Took us long enough.
Yes.
Also in 1994, STS-60 Space Shuttle Discovery launched into orbit. As well as 1 year later, STS-63 Space Shuttle Discovery 19 launched into orbit. I don't know why it says 19. It's the same shuttle, but whatever.
No, different one. That first one was ST-60 and the other was ST-63.
Those are two different missions.
Oh,
using
okay.
the same vehicle.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, STS stands for Shuttle Transport System. I think. What is STS? What does STS even mean? What does STS mean?
Shoot the shit.
Shoot the shit? Oh, STS. Means Space Shuttle. What is this? Here we go. What does STS stand for? Space Transportation System. I pulled that out of my rear end, but I was right. Yeah. Why don't you tell us the next article?
2 years later, 1997, the Howard Stern radio show premiered in Detroit, Michigan on WKRK 97.1 FM.
Yeah, it's a real shame. Apparently he went woke. That Alice isn't here to talk to us about this again. Yeah, like, even though, like, his current actions are not that pleasant, he still started well, There's a reason why he's a big name now. But moving on up to 1998, stamps commemorating Diana, the Princess of Wales, went on sale in Britain.
The People's Princess.
Yes.
Okay. And also in 1998, Mary Kay Letourneau, 36, a former teacher, violated her probation with the 14-year-old father of her baby.
What the fuck?
She did a student and she had baby with students.
Yeah, and then she violated probation.
Yeah.
She should be drawn and quartered. Moving on up, also in 1988, the Cavali's cable car disaster occurred when 20 people died after NATO aircraft severed a cable car line. That's not nice.
Yeah, we skipped one.
We did?
I'll do it though. I'll do it though.
Oh yeah.
Also in 1998, Carla Faye Tucker became the first female to be executed in the United States in 1984 in Texas.
Yeah, since 1984.
Since 1984 in Texas.
I screwed that up. So.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
Moving on up to the year 2003, actress Lana Clarkson was murdered via gun by Phil Spector at Spector's house in Alhambra, California.
Damn.
Not nice.
Also, 4 years later, 2007, a Baghdad market bombing caused the deaths of at least 135 people and the injury of 339 others.
Not good.
Never good.
2 years later, in 2009, Eric Holder became the first U.S. citizen, U.S. Attorney General, or the first black U.S. citizen. I forgot to put that in. He was the 82nd in total, but the first black U.S. Attorney General, succeeding Michael Mukasey.
Nice. Also, 2011. Yeah, all available blocks of LPP4 internet address were officially disturbed due to regional authorities. Ooh, shit.
No,
okay. It's distributed.
Yeah. They were distributed to regional authorities.
Okay.
Oh, wait, pardon me. Moving on up, 3 years later, 2 students were murdered via gun at a school shooting in Moscow. We're not the only ones who have school shootings, too. Like, yes, we're in the lead, but we're not the only ones.
Man, that Russian was walking there. Like, what are you going to do, shoot me? I'm Russian. You can't...
My blood is vodka.
He was probably drinking his blood before he died.
Yeah. You know, just like that one scene, was it Scary Movie 1, where that guy with the afro got shot and like weed smoke starts coming out of
Shorty
his
got
lung?
shot.
Yeah, weed smoke
Shorty
starts
got
coming
shot.
out of his lung. He starts like smoking his own lung.
Like, damn, that's some good shit.
What happened in 2016?
In 2016, Lord Luce. Oh wait, yeah, no wait. In 2016, Rand Paul dropped out of the Republican presidential nomination race.
Yeah, I remember when that was a thing. I remember a lot of people made a stink about that. He's the current governor of Florida, right?
I don't know.
Who's Rand Paul? God, where's Alice? I have to look this up. Oh, he's a senator. Okay. Alright. Oh god, where's my script? There it is. Moving on up to, also in 16, Lord Lucan's death certificate was granted 42 years after he had disappeared following the murder of nanny Sandra Rivet.
Ooh.
Dang.
Also, 2 years later, in 2018, Moscow had its heaviest snowfall in a day on record, causing the death of one person and bringing down 20,000 trees.
2,000.
Oh, 2,000.
Yeah. Dang. Moving on up to 2019, Pope Francis arrived in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, on the first ever papal visit to the Arabian Peninsula.
Ooh.
Nice. And Francis is our current pope. Because there was John Paul, he died. Benedictus, he resigned. And now we have Francis.
Yeah. Also, 2019, a dam in Townsville. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Townsville?
Yeah. Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Also, Australia. Well, Townsville, Australia was deliberately opened, flooding 20,000 homes after the city received a record of 3.3 feet of rain in a week. Ooh, shit.
That's a lot of rain.
Yes.
Also in 2019, wreckage from the light aircraft carrying EPL team Cardiff City's record singing Emilio Sala was discovered on the seabed of the English Channel, allowing experts to determine the cause of death to be head and trunk injuries. What the hell is a trunk injury? Like, was this an elephant?
Yep.
Emilio Sala. Let me look this up. And sorry for sniffling, whoever's watching. My nose just wants to sneeze, and I'm holding it in really badly. Oh, she was a footballer. Oh, he was a footballer. What is a trunk injury? Okay. Upper trunk fallacy injury occurs when the angle between the shoulder and the neck forcibly widens, such as when all forces on the shoulder down and the head to the opposite side. That sounds painful. I don't want to look at that picture anymore. Moving it up, also in 2019, why don't you take this one?
In 1920, right?
2019.
In 2019, rapper 21 Savage was arrested by U.S. immigration for overstaying his visa.
Ha! Not all celebrities are immune to the law. Good.
But no, dude, the weird thing is, no one knew this man was British.
Oh, he was British?
Yes, no one knew he was British.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Oh, God.
Moving on up to the year 2020, just 2 years ago, Malawi's Constitutional Court annulled the 2019 election, which saw President Peter Mutharika re-elected due to voting irregularities. That sounds familiar. That sounds really familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Also in 2020, the cruise ship Diamond Princess with 3,700 passengers was quarantined in Yokohama Port, Japan, after calls of Kung flu were found on board.
Yeah, cases of Kung flu, yeah. I remember that, the Diamond Princess. Like, remember, like, Like they also did that like out here too. Yeah, I remember there was like
Yeah.
several cruise ships in the States that were locked down. But moving on up to 2021, just last year, the U.S. and Russia extended their New START, or Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty, Nuclear Arms Control Treaty, for 5 years, becoming the last remaining nuclear arms deal between the two countries.
Yeah.
Dang.
Also, 2021, year before, engineers at MIT announced they have engineers finished to send emails when detecting explosive materials in groundwater as a part of a plant nanobiotic search.
What the hell? We're living in the future! The plants can talk to us in the emails! What the fuck?
Like, yo, don't open it. It's a bomb.
Dude, this is wild, because like after Spike talked to me last night and I saw that video about how the Fauci ouchie has what's it called? Graphite-based things that connect using your body heat. Start sending. You can actually become a source of a Wi-Fi signal. So humans are becoming nanobionic too. But anyway, before we get into births and deaths, any articles grab you today?
Yeah, a lot of them, but most of the writing king.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a decent one right there. Mine was the day the music died. You know, the day the music died. He drove the Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Anyway, we'll get into bursts here. We have 1313-8, Jeanne de Bourbon, wife of Charles V of France. 1480, Ferdinand Magellan, Portuguese explorer. Yeah, Magellan, that's a big name. 1795, Antonio José de Sucre, South American independence leader. 1807, Joseph E. Johnson, senior officer in the Confederate Army and the United States Army, born in Farmville, Virginia. Here we go again. Farmville, what the fuck?
Yeah. Farmville existed.
Yeah. So, Facebook game came to real life. We have 1811, Horace Greeley, a U.S. founder and editor of the New York Tribune. 1817, Samuel Ryan Curtis, U.S. politician and Major General of the Union Army. 1817, Achille Ernest Oscar Joseph Delis, French geologist. 1821, Elizabeth Blackwell, English U.S. physician who was the first female to receive a medical degree in the United States. Cool. 1824, Ronald Mcdonald, Canadian-born Scottish educator and entrepreneur, or interpreter. Ronald McDonald, Randall McDonald.
Yes.
1857, Wilhelm Ludwig Johansen, Danish botanist and geneticist who provided evidence for Hugo de Virey's mutation theory. So, evolution, mutation, all that stuff goes hand in hand. 1859, Hugo Junkers, German aircraft designer. And, I put him in there because I remember, Germany, in World War I, and especially World War II, they had the Junkers aircraft. I think that was him. We have 1868, Damaso Ledesma, a Spanish organist, composer, musicologist, and a priest. 1879, Charles Follis, the first black U.S. citizen NFLer. Cool. 1882, Triginti Jansma Boskma, oldest recorded person in the Netherlands. 1883, Clarence Mulford III, a Western writer of Hopalong Cassidy. 1898, Alvar Aalto, a Finnish architect, designed Finlandia House, which I looked this up earlier, and it actually looks pretty cool. Look at that. Here we go.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's right on a lake. It appears to be a theater for orchestral concerts. Moving on up to 1899, we have Doris Speed, a British actress dubbed the Queen Mother of Soap in Coronation Street. I guess soap opera? maybe?
Yeah. Yes. Soap. Yep.
Yeah.
Soap opera.
In the year 1900, we have Mabel Mercer, a British jazz and cabaret singer whose style and phrasing influenced Frank Sinatra's creation of Fly Me to the Moon. 1904, Charles Pretty Boy Floyd, U.S. gangster and FBI most wanted criminal.
Yep. Pretty Boy Floyd.
Yep. 1906, Ludwig Nielsen, a Norwegian organist, composer, choir director, and conductor. We have 1914, George Nissen, U.S. inventor, created the trampoline. It's pretty cool. 1947, Stevie McHattie, or Smith, a Canadian actor, was in 300, Watchmen, and The Fountain. And actually, let me look him up really quick. Let's see which one he was in 300 or whatever. Who was he in 300? Oh, he was that old guy.
Yeah.
Okay. The dude with the Abe Lincoln
whose son
beard.
died.
Yeah. Then we have 1984, last but not least, Elizabeth Holmes, a U.S. entrepreneur and CEO of Theranos, the youngest self-made female billionaire according to Forbes of 2014.
Yeah. So suck it, fucking Oprah.
Yeah. Suck it, Oprah.
Also, yeah. Now we're going to depths. In 474, we have Leo the First, Byzantine Emperor. And in 1014, we have Syrian Forkbeard, Viking King of Denmark, Norway, and England.
Yeah.
And in 1468, we have Johann Gutenberg, German inventor of the movable printing press. Yep.
I'm wondering,
Also yeah.
I was just wondering, like, if it's like, a mobile printing press or like, the move. What is a movable printing press actually?
A printing press that could be moved.
One would assume. But oh, I see. Movable type is a system and technology of printing and typography that uses movable components to reproduce the elements of a document, usually on the medium of paper. So, it's not movable, but it's like the different stamps that they use, they move. So, like you see here, this is a negative of the newspaper. Like, all the letters are different stamps. So, like, you can move all these different letters around and everything. That's pretty cool. I didn't know the printing press was invented in Germany. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Yep, by Gutenberg.
Yep.
Also, in 1803, Pedro Rodriguez de Camponote, Perez, first Count of Camponote. The Spanish economic and literary. Oh.
Yeah.
Also in 1889, Belle Starr, female U.S. gangster.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had that.
Apparently,
Other than
crime
I didn't know
knows
they had it
no.
other than Clyde. Oh, then Bonnie Parker.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, crime isn't sexist.
Okay. Good. Also in 1896, we have Jane Wilde, Irish poet and nationalist, mother of Oscar Wilde.
Yeah.
Nice. Also in 1902, we have Isaac Francis van der Putten, Dutch Prime Minister.
Putin.
And in 1919, we have Charles Edward Pickering, U.S. astronomer and pioneered the U.S. spectroscopist.
I'm going to look that up because I don't know what that is. It's a study of the interaction between matter and electromagnetic radiation as a function of the wavelength or frequency of the radiation. Whoa.
Damn.
Who else died today?
Who else died today? Also, in 1924, we have Woodrow Wilson, 28th U.S. president, serving from 1913 to 1921. Damn.
Dang, so
We also have.
he died 3 years
Yeah.
after his office.
Yep. Also, in 1945, we have Roland, Roland Verschiller, German Nazi judge of the July 20th slaughter case.
Yeah, remember we were talking about that yesterday? The attempt to
Yeah,
assassinate Hitler with a bomb.
we're talking about Operation Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that. Also, in 1959, we have Giles Perry Richardson, the Big Bopper. U.S. musician died in a plane crash at 28. Also, involving that plane crash, we have Charles Buddy Holly, U.S. rock and roll musician and songwriter Peggy Sue. That Would Be All Day Words of Love died in the plane crash at 22.
Now I gotta sing this Peggy Sue, Peggy Sue. Oh, my dad sings that all the time,
Yep.
so I had to add that in.
Yep. Also, another person of that plane crash was Richie Valens, U.S. rock vocalist. Donna and La Bamba died in the plane crash at 17. He was the youngest.
Yeah, is La Bamba is a La Bamba on the way or something? Is that the one?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
That's it. That's that famous song by Richie Valens.
Oh man, I gotta hear that again.
Lou Diamond Phillips played him in a movie.
Huh.
Yep. Also, 1961, we have Anna May Wong, U.S. actress and first Chinese movie star.
First Chinese U.S. movie star.
Yeah, first Chinese U.S. movie star.
Yep.
Damn. Also, we have 1969, we have Eduardo C. Bourdain, song anthropologist and president of the Mozambique, assassinated with a bomb at 48.
Yep.
Yeah. Also in 1969, we have C.N. Anadurai, Indian politician and first chief minister of Tamil Nadu. Damn. In 1975, we have William D. Coolidge, U.S. president and inventor of the modern-day X-ray tube.
I don't think it was a president.
I mean, U.S. physicist.
Yeah, you're thinking of Calvin Coolidge.
Oh my God! Yes, I am. Yeah, U.S. physician.
Physicist.
Okay. Also, we have physicist. Also, we have in 1983, Tullio Campanolo. Yeah, Italian race cyclist and inventor of his patented quick-release skewer, and the founder of the bicycle component company, Campanolo. Wow.
What is a quick release skewer actually? I want to see this because I used to bicycle all the time. I wasn't a cyclist, I wasn't one of those people who wear the spandex, but I like biking a lot. What the hell is this? Is that the brakes, the gear shift? What is that? What is a quick release scooter? Oh, it's a mechanism for attaching a wheel to a bicycle. Ah, that thing. Okay, yeah, like the pop out thing for your tire, for your wheel. Okay, so he invented that. Cool.
Good. Also in 1984, we have Ravindra Mate, Indian diplomat murdered by Kashmir terrorists in Birmingham, England at 48. Damn.
Dang.
Also in 1985, we have Frank Friedhelm Oppenheimer, U.S. physicist, Caliventure, professor of physics at the University of Colorado, and the founder of the Exploratorium in San Francisco.
Yeah, the Exploratorium. I wonder if this is the same Oppenheimer. No, that's J. Robert Oppenheimer. Yeah, theoretical physicist. Yeah, there are several Oppenheimers of notable name. But
Yes, they were. Also in 1989, we have John Cassavetes, Greek U.S. actor, film director, and screenwriter. 30 Dozen, Rosemary's Baby. Ooh, I like Dirty Dozen. I've seen the movie Dirty Dozen.
I have to see it. I've heard of it, so I have to see that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh man, you have
Also
quite a
in
bit left.
Also in 1991, we have Nancy Culp, U.S. actor, Beverly Hillbillies, and Aristocats sang.
Yeah, you remember that
And in
cartoon, The
19
Aristocats?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Also in 1997, we have Audrey Meadows Carter, U.S. actress, The Honeymooners, The Jackie Gleason Show. Damn. Also in 1998, we have Cara Faye Tucker, murderer, executed at 38. And then we have in 2003, Lana Clarkson, U.S. actress, shot and killed by Phil Spector at 40.
Yeah,
And
remember
then in
that?
2000, yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. Also in 2004, we have Cornelius Bumpus, U.S. saxophonist, keyboardist, Doobie Brothers, Steely Dan.
Steely Dan.
Steely Dan. Also, in 2006, we have Al Lewis, Grandpa, from The Monsters, U.S. actor.
The
The
Monsters?
Monsters and Used Car. Yep.
Oh, the
He was
Monsters.
Grandpa.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the Grandpa. Al Lewis was the Grandpa.
Okay.
And in 2006, we have Romano Mussolini, Italian jazz pianist and band leader.
I wonder if he's related to Benito Mussolini.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Also-
he's the direct son of Benito Mussolini. Holy shit!
Yo! Damn. Damn. Also in 2009, we have Max Nahas, U.S. classical musician and experimental percussionist. Sound sculptures.
Now I gotta see this here. I'm sorry I keep interrupting you, but like these are a lot of
problem.
good shit.
I know.
Music sculptures. Like I guess that's just a drum set. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, experimental sound sculptures. Let's see here. Let's see if I can find any images of sound sculptures. You know what? I'm starting to think like it had something to do with like a Blue Man Group kind of vibe. You know how like
Yes,
they're
I'm
all,
guessing.
yeah.
What- Yeah,
Yeah.
it is like kind of like the Blue Man Group.
Mhm.
Yo, Muffin, man, where you been?
He's been here. I saw him
Yeah,
pop
he's
in a
been
while
the
ago. So,
shadows. He's been in the shadows like a ninja,
like a ninja, a stealthy muffin.
like a silent. Yep. Also, okay, in 2010 we have Frances Reed, U.S. actress, Days of Our Lives in the Andromeda Strain. Always wanted to watch the Andromeda Strain.
Never heard of it, but it sounds interesting.
Yeah, and in 2015 we have Charlie Sitford, U.S. golfer, first black citizen to join the PGA Tour. 2 titles. Oh, he got 2 titles.
Yep.
Damn. Also in 2006 we have Joseph Francis Joe Escalade, U.S. stand-up comedian, voice artist, and impressionist. Oh, Bugs Bunny. He did Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck.
Yeah. Well, he's an impressionator.
Impressionist.
Yeah.
Yeah, impersonator. Yeah. And in 2016 we have Mary Healy, U.S. actor, the 5,000 finger of Dr. T, and he married his wife.
Yeah.
What the
Now,
fuck?
once again, I really wish Alice was here. The 5,000 Fingers of Dr. T sounds like a porno.
It does. And in 2008 we have Leon Nugent Chancellor, U.S. pop and jazz session and tour drummer, Michael Jackson, Billie Jean, George Duke, Herbie Hancock, composer and producer. Oh,
Herbie Hancock. Alright, and that concludes the show. Once again, check the underbar for any links you may be interested in. For your dose of Past Events Daily, we are currently streaming at 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific Time every day, but that will probably change on this upcoming Sunday. We do not know. So, anyway, for all of you and all of us, I, of course, am Ao. Alice was here earlier. And we also have...
Senior along the Santa Cruz Alejandra Reza Ramon de la Hollywood Hogan.
Hollywood Hogan! And if Muffin will unmute his mic to introduce himself as we're signing off. 5, 4...
I am the Muffin Man.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
And until you see us tomorrow, toodles! Let's go, Brandon.